everybody, Aurora from Aurora's Apothecary, and I'm here in the gardens, and I just wanted to show you guys, we just finally got the gardens in, and show you guys what we have. So this is my flower garden. Nothing's really blooming right now. The herb garden. So I have some fun herbs in here. This garden has been around a while, so I have some blue vervain and some bee-balm. Turkey rhubarb root. We use that in our To Life tincture. Right next to it is our lemon sorrel, or French sorrel. So this is actually really, I gotta harvest all of it real soon and make a good salad out of it or something. This is our salad bernaise. We can make a really good salad. So salad bernaise tastes like cucumbers. See we have a catnip next to it, and we plant that there. Another salad bernaise, and this is our oregano next to our thyme. We have our Wisconsin white sage there, artemisia, some echinaceas. That back there is yarrow. Looks like I have another oregano here. I don't remember planting that one. And some lemon balm. And then this bush that I have here is a map orange. It smells so good. I'm going to show you guys this too. I didn't plant this here. This is a red elderberry. So red elderberry looks a little different than white elderberry. White elderberry has a umbel. The black elderberry, did I say white? Black elderberry has an umbel. The red elderberry has a bunch of flowers right here. So they go all the way around the stem instead of an umbel, which is at the top usually. So these, they're flowering right now. It flowers before the black elderberry, and then it will get its red berries on it following that. So here's our new gardens, and we have a lot of vegetables. I'm going to focus on the herbs. So let's see what we got. In this bed, we have all of our chamomiles. So down here we've got Roman chamomile, and then German chamomile. These are my patchouli plants. They're not doing so well. Our lemongrass, rosemary, and ashwagandha. Today I found a beetle on my ashwagandha, and then I saw eggs on my ashwagandha. So ashwagandha is in the Solanaceae family. So along with tomatoes and eggplants. So I got to figure out what that bug is and if it is an enemy of my ashwagandha, because I have one little one there that doesn't look like it's doing so good, so maybe it's getting eaten. I'm getting rained on a little bit. So we have some spinach at the back bed here. We're hoping that gets shaded by the mugworts. The mugwort will get nice and tall. This is all mugwort, and then this is blank space where the mugwort is going to be after I transplant it. And this is our white sage, and our white sage is also not looking awesome. I'm hoping it bounces back. Maybe it's just going through some transplant shock. We have our calendula here, so I have calendula plants, and then I have to plant the calendula seeds around it. So I'll have calendulas coming at me for harvest at 2 different times. We have some dill over there in that bed. Dill followed by lots and lots of cucumbers, and then peppers, and cilantro back there, onions, and some Brussels sprouts. And then here I have my oregano and my basil. So I have a lemon basil and a Genovese basil and an Italian largely. And then we've got all of Kevin's tomatoes. This is my ginkgo tree. Got really tiny leaves on it right now, but they'll get nice and big. We have a container of lettuce over there. These are Kevin's potato towers, and I don't know if he knows it, but he'll be really happy to see that he has a sprout. Not just one sprout, but a couple. So that's cool. This is our orchard. We have no orchard trees in it yet, but we will. Right here, this is a hazelnut bush. And another hazelnut bush. We've got some raspberry bushes back there, and I have right there I have a currant and a gooseberry. And then, let's go over here. So, I guess I missed that. Over in that bed, I've got some lavender. I'm hoping it does good. Maybe like 10 plants or so. And then this is my row of valerian. So lots and lots and lots of valerian. And those are just ones that I divided from the ones I was growing. This is my here is my sweetgrass, and it is in a pool so that no other grasses can get into it. So I know it's just sweetgrass that I'm growing. That sweetgrass we will make into braids, and then we sell them at the shop. Kevin's got more potato buckets here. So here are our raised beds. This is going to be Tulsi basil. I have it seeded in there. It has not germinated yet. We have our onions, our garlic, which looks awesome. They're doing really good. And back here I have kind of a mixed bed. I've got a, let's see, we've got angelica, comfrey, and elecampane. And then in the corner I've got some skullcap. Let's see what else we got here. So, oh my gosh, we have a lot of weeds, or tomato seedlings. They could possibly be tomato seedlings. Okay, so this is my stevia bed. I've got 3 different kinds of stevia in there, and this is the spilanthes. So that's the one with the flowers right there. That's the numbing plant, and that'll grow in and take over all that. And this is where we had tomatoes last year, so I really think these are all tomato seedlings. We're gonna have to go. And then we've got, this is our lemon verbena, and we've got a couple different kinds of eucalyptus back here. And this used to be the valerian bed. This is where I pulled the valerian out of, and I can see that I missed some. There's some valerian trying to pop out of the ground. And then we've got our helichrysums there. That's our catnip bed there. Let's see how we're doing back here. I haven't been back here in a while. This is my new raised bed in the shade. So I just planted some black cohosh here. So I'll be able to dig the roots of that in a few years. And these are doing great. These just got planted this year. This is my Solomon seal. So you can see it's like right up to waist high. So when I need to harvest the Solomon seal, it'll be really easy to dig these. And then I went over to my friend Justin's place over at Stone Silo and got some golden seal. Amazing. And this was the wild ramps. So I was trying to tell some of my campers, my camper friends, what the wild ramps look like, and that they're only here for a short time. And you can see they're all gone and done now. So get the wild ramps while you can. What else we got back here? This is the angelica. It's doing very good. It's about waist high right now. Looks like our lilacs are blooming too. So these are our raised beds. We're not exactly sure what we're putting in here, and I do see we have a lot of weeds coming up. We've got some radishes or something there. Something in the brassica family. Lots of lamb's quarters, which we could eat those too. We could throw those in our salad, but we got some peas coming up. We've got tomatoes back there, and our onions are looking great. So that's our raised garden vegetable beds. And then these are crazy overflowing right now. This is colt's foot, and it's taken over my life. This is supposed to be my cold and flu bed, so I have some echinacea trying to poke out right there. I have some astragalus trying to poke out right there, and then back here I have my hyssop and my horehound. And just the other day I pulled all of these plants around here to give this some room, and 5 days later it's choking them out again, the colt's foot. So this is all getting harvested, and then we're going to pull the roots. This was my tea bed. It does have some bee balm in it, but is mostly spearmint, which is not my favorite of mints. I love the spearmint smell, but as far as herbs go, I like peppermint better. So my peppermint is actually not doing so awesome, but the spearmint is loving it. It's going everywhere. Let's see, got some comfrey back there, a different comfrey. This is sweet cicely. It's not a hugely well-known herb. It has a sweet licorice flavor to it, and it's in full bloom right now, which is awesome. And there's some of the asparagus that we missed. This is our drying shed for our herbs. This is my pain bed. So in here I did have feverfew and skullcap. And the skullcap I think is poking through in a few places, but we really have some weeding to do, and the feverfew completely disappeared out of here. Then these got sort of transplanted this year. We dug them up and put them back in, so they're a little stunted right now, but this is meadowsweet. I have a motherwort growing in here. I have some St. John's wort poking around in there, and then the rest is the peppermint. This is my skin bed, so that guy right there is not supposed to be in there. That's another valerian that's going to have to get taken out and placed in the valerian bed. But I've got some St. John's wort in here, and then my yarrow. Typically I have plantain in here and chickweed, but I don't really see any this year. Hey look, there's Mr. Coltsfoot again. Jumped all the way over. And he's going to choke out my arnica. That's what these plants are here. This is supposed to be all arnica. I did seed it, and I'm not sure if those are actual babies that are coming up or if that is what was here. I ended up putting a whole bunch of soil on top, so I thought I killed my arnica. And then we got some more mint over here. I don't know where that one came from. So, yep, that's our backyard right now. And there's a gray kitty. Well, hi. Hi. You're not my kitty, but you're a pretty kitty. So, this is a neighbor's kitty. Hi. Hi. Oh, you're going to be on a video. All right. So, yep, that's the backyard, and that's our update. Today is May 27th, I believe. That's what we look like right now. All right. Have a great day. Bye-bye.